It's a lovely Saturday morning. Didn't have to go into work this morning, which is nice. And I've been messing around with this old Travelall a little bit. Nights, I got it running pretty good. I put a different carburetor on it. When it was on, it was running lean for some reason. So I put the carb that was on the 55 on it. It runs pretty good now. 4-wheel drive works. Tried that out. All I need to do now is do something different with a gas tank. And then I think she'll be ready to get rid of. Although I hate to do it. This is kind of a sweet old truck. Brakes work. Everything. Guess I could have just turned the camera on when I started it, but it started right up. It's got good oil pressure. Radio don't work. Let me mess around a little bit more before it gets hot. Maybe hook the gas tank up. Sure is an ugly thing. Here's something interesting about the old Travelall. We've got a gas tank fill location here on the left rear quarter panel. The gas tank is not installed. It's laying there in the back. And then over around here on the front, you fill it. You can fill up the other tank on the right front. So no matter which way you pull up to the gas pump, you're both right and wrong at the same time. Now, the switch for the tanks is a manual switch mounted right there. I found it once. There's a lever here somewhere. I thought there was a lever inside there, but I guess I'll have to figure that out. But anyway, I bypassed that switch. I'm just going to run this tank here on this side and see how that works out. We'll let the next guy figure out how to work the second tank, if he's so inclined. And there is some wasps living under there somewhere. So far I haven't aggravated them, and I hope that I do not. Alright, we got everything hooked up under there. Them darn wasps are beginning to worry me some under there. They ain't stung me yet, so let me put some gas in the right front tank and see what happens. Alright, it's running, and if it don't quit here in a second, we'll know it's picking up fuel from that tank. George, I think we've got it. I may be forced to take this thing for a ride. I may be. Well, I thought I had it. A minute after I turned the camera off, it quit. And it's out of gas. So I'm not sure. I only put 3 gallons in it. It might be the tank's so dry that it's not reaching the pickup. I guess I'm gonna go get some more gas and see if that's it. If not, I'm sucking air in the line somewhere. And you know they don't run good on the air. Especially that big old 392. What you got there, pal?
Bracket.
What kind of a bracket?
I don't know.
It's a mirror bracket for the 66. We went to get gas. We went ahead and bought that, and we got a mirror too. So the old truck driver in me can't stand to drive a vehicle without a mirror on it. So we'll take care of that. And young folks who don't know how to drive with a mirror, Better learn how to do it, because someday you'll get old and your neck will get stiff and you won't be able to turn around 180 degrees and look behind you. Right? Alright, that was our problem. I dumped some more gas in it and dribbled a little in the carburetor, and it fired right up. It's sitting here singing its happy international song, which includes a whistle or a chirp. Alright. Well, it's done got hot out there, ain't it? So we've decided to move inside, and we have much more pressing work to do anyway. There's a race tonight and we've got to get ready, so we're gonna have to finish up this here Pinewood Derby car. How we doing over here?
Good, I guess. I just don't like the wheels.
I think it looks okay. The last one I did when your sister was a wee one had cooler wheels. Anyway, it'll be okay, right? Sounds like squirrels in the attic.
Yeah.
But it ain't, is it? Alright, we've got the little man's car done. It weighs exactly 5 ounces. And I used one of Stove Bolt 50's 45-70 cases to get a little more lead shot in there so we could get right on the money with the weight. Plus it looks kinda cool, don't you think? Alright, we'll see how it does this evening. Alright, we've been diligently working on Little Miss Heavy Chevy's Pinewood Derby car, and well, actually it's not a car, it's a truck, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I bet you can't guess what she modeled that after, but that weighs 5 ounces, and we got some 30-06 brass there for stacks, and we put the lead shot inside those. It could cause it to be a little top heavy, I suppose, but sometimes you have to make sacrifices to be cool, right? Yeah, somebody's making money painting the trim out there, which is good, and I don't have to do it. Somebody's figured out he likes the garage and come in here where it's cool and just relax, right? Alright girl, get crack-a-lackin'.
I am.
Okay. Ready, pal?
Yep.
Alright, we got your comfortable shoes on in case we gotta walk?
No.
Yeah. Let's just see what happens here. Uh-oh, our mirror's out of whack. There we go. We didn't get too far, did we?
Nope.
Alright, let's see what ails it. Alright, here we are under the truck and in the road, and I've dropped the gas tank, and right here is the difficulty. Old hose is split, so I'm gonna fix that and we should be good to go. Oh boy. Alright, nice new piece of hose in place. Interestingly, these are 5/16 lines, but 3/8 at the quadrajet. Funny, huh? Alright, gas tank is in place, not without some degree of struggle. Now let's see if it'll pick up some gas. Alright, you can see there, it's sucking fuel now. I use my little vacuum test pump here to draw some fuel up through, so I think we're good. Alright. I dribbled some gas in the carburetor too much. There we go. Where you going now, pal? All right, let's shut the hood. What's that you say?
Do we have a toolbox?
That's a good point. No, we don't. But we'll be fine, I'm sure. This is a international and designed for driving. Well, so far so good, bud. We ain't had to start walking yet. It seems to move along quite happily. The thing actually drives pretty darn good. Steering's pretty tight, goes straight. Needs some shocks real bad. All right, you want to see if it'll do a burnout?
Sure.
All right, let's go. Well, we got a little squeak. Let's try that again.
Sure.
I guess we're not going to get much of a burnout today, are we?
It's not.
Shall we try one more time? A last ditch effort?
Guess so.
All right, let's park it.
Okay.
That's not good for your transmission. You better not do that too many times.
Okay.
All right, we can read some sign in the road here. Right there's where we took the gas tank out and fixed it. Pile of rust. And I'll let you draw your own conclusions here. Looks like it spun both back tires too. This dog here is awful lazy and not very helpful at all in the shop. Been sitting there for 2 hours. So it was kind of fun riding the Travelall. Probably drove it 5 miles. It ran good. Maybe the next guy will be impressed with it. Armed with these tools right here, the little miss and I are going to go try to install the mirror. Does that sound like fun?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. All right, we got to hustle now because we got a race to go to. So we're going to use this impact driver and those screws right there because they're probably a little rusty, and that'll help break them free. So let's see if we can get a few of them screws out. All right, a few sharp blows of that thing. And it loosened right up. So we'll take these screws out. I'm not sure. I'm sure there's a little plate under there, and I'm not sure if it's spot welded or if it's going to fall out. So I'm going to leave one screw in until I determine what the story is there. All right. The good news is the little plate is staying in place. The bad news is I should have bought the countersunk screws that go on that. Let me go see what I got in the stash. Get a rag and wipe up that oil.
All right.
All right, once again, there's good news and there's bad news. This is all I could find in my stash. The good news is they'll work. The bad news is they ain't the right thing, but it'll work for now until we get the right ones. Okay?
Okay.
All right, that's bolted on. All that's left to do is tighten this up with my handy little fluorescent wrench I always keep in my pocket. You wouldn't believe how many times this thing comes in handy. Alright, all we gotta do now is adjust it for the correct position. That's right. Alright, get in and adjust it. Adjust it so you can see behind you there.
It burns.
Is it good?
I guess that looks good.
Can you see the corner of the truck? Can you see the 55? Can you see the Ford?
If I go like that, yeah.
Okay, we're good to go then. Alright, that job's done. One of these days we're going to have to fix that dent there and weld them holes shut. And maybe a couple other things here. Maybe later if we get time. The battery's dead in this because somebody must have been playing in it and turned the key on. Anyway, charge the battery up, maybe we'll fire this thing up. Maybe. That's a beauty. Yes, sir. A beauty.